What's going on, everybody? This is Brandon Hill, and today I'm going to show you how to make trap hi-hats in Maschine, and I'm going to share 5 ways to do so. 5 methods that you could use to be creative. I'm going to talk about using the note repeat button, perform effects, and even the pitch touch strip. So let's get into it. So here's this beat I have right here that I just used creating an expansion pack from Maschine, and then I threw an 808 pattern on there. So we're going to work with this closed hi-hat right here. Okay, right now for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to bring down the mix of the flute and this brass. Just so you could hear that more clearly. So the first way that I like to record trap hi-hats is to utilize this note repeat button here. And then you'll have these 4 presets up here. And you could use this right here to adjust to the type of pattern that you want to play. So I might do this as 1/32 normal and do this as 1/64. And then you could kind of just play around live. So if I'm recording, okay, so you could have something like that. Or if you want to create more unique patterns, you could adjust this unit right here. And what that's going to do, so this is going to play on a 1/8 every 1/8. If you do triplet, it's going to play triplets. And then if you do dotted, it's going to be a syncopated beat. So you could change things up, have some of them normal, have some of them triplets, and you could do the same thing. Okay, so that's method 1, using the note repeat button. Method 2 is going to be using the note repeat button again, but we're going to do so in a different way. So let me go back to 1/8. Let me delete this pattern. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically do the same thing, but I'm just going to live adjust this rate right here and just kind of freestyle it and see what sounds good. Okay. So that's the second way that you could do it. It's not as easy, but if you want to have some fun twisting these knobs here, that's one way that you could create a hi-hat pattern. So the third way that we're going to talk about is we're going to use this touch strip here with the pitch to change up the pitch of certain areas of our hi-hat pattern that we have here, just to add some movement to the hi-hats and keep it more interesting. So I'm just going to play this and show you what it does. Let me solo the hi-hats. Okay, so you see that? You can record some automation here by having Shift Auto. You see how that's lit up? Now automation is activated, so now when I record this, this will be recorded. You see it right here? So that's one way that you could add some variation to your trap hi-hats instead of just playing the same note, the same pitch the whole time through. Okay, let's unsolo this, and I want to delete everything here. We'll delete that. Let's delete this automation. Okay, the fourth way that we'll talk about creating your trap hi-hats is to draw it in with your cursor on the screen here. And you see this right here, 1/16? That's what the grid is set to right now. But you could change it to 1/64. You see how it gets really small right here? Or you could change it to 1/8 and it is now split into eighths. So what you could do here is you could press E on your keyboard. If you press E on your keyboard, your cursor turns into a pencil, And you could draw in some right here. You could change this to 1/16 or 1/32. And one quick tip for a keyboard is that your keys here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so forth, those will change this grid right here. So if I press 1, you see how the grid changes? You could see the grid changing up here, and then you could see this number changing down here. So one quick way to do it, so if I had 1/8 beats right here and I want to do 1/16, I could draw in some bit right there, go back to 1/8 for a little bit, go to 1/32, go back, and you could kind of just test and see what this sounds like. And then you would just continue onwards. So like I said, this isn't the most efficient way, but I just want to show you all the ways that you could do this so you could be creative and maybe you'll use one of these methods at a certain point of time. Okay, so let's go on to method 5. I'm going to delete this again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to record a 1/8 pattern, just a plain 1/8. Okay, so I have this pattern here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a group with Perform Effects on it, go Shift, Perform Effects, and now I have this here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the mixer here, and I'm going to route the closed hi-hat to the Perform Effects group C1. So now when I use Perform Effects on this group here, the closed hi-hat is going to be mapped to it. So let me go back to this group and solo the closed hi-hat, and then I'll unmute this Perform Effects. Okay, so I have this Perform Effects set up, and I'm going to change it from filter to stutter. And now, since it's mapped to this hi-hat, when I press this, it's going to stutter. And you can see this note length, as I go down, the length decreases. So if you wanted to, you could turn auto on, and then you could record something like this. And now you have this recorded here. And you could drag this . Okay, so that's kind of a tactile way to adjust the pattern of your hi-hat if you want. So with that, those are the 5 strategies and methods that I know of that you could use to create these trap hi-hats. So with that, if you liked this tutorial and found it useful, let me know in the comments, or like and subscribe to help support the channel, and I'll start working on another tutorial for all of you guys who like the Maschine out there. So I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.